Again with the Hocus Pocus book make to get it steadied up a wee bit. The last time I showed you doing the stitch lines and marking it out and stuff like that. All I have done, remember I stuck the back on and the spine on. Today, before I come on, I just stuck the front on and the side on and that side. I'm just going to finish this off by sticking this last side on and just telling you what I've been using. I've used a double-sided sticky tape and I use this, it's Alina's I'm sure it is. Anita's tacky glue, and it was £1 in the range. Okay, so all I done was you stick the sticky tape on and that gives you a grip for just now. That kind of gives you, it's not just a temporary grip, but it doesn't last forever. Your wet glue should help it last forever, and I just put a good coat of the wet glue on the top. And it gives you a wee bit of wiggle room as well doing that, so your tape doesn't grab straight away. Okay. And then, you can't really see there, I'm just going to stick it onto the side. Okay. So, I'm sliding it in between the top and the bottom and in the spine. There. In between the top and the bottom, and then I'll put my hand, I need to turn it up this way for a wee minute, put my hand inside the box and give it a good squash down. That bit there's not stuck properly because I've just done it, but it will grab. I'll just hold it for a wee second. Okay, so, and I put these wee bits on the flap there, and that's just to give this a wee extra bit of grip. Now it will grip, right, just, and then you just tuck this bit in. Now this bit here, don't worry about that bit, because I'm going to either make a leather fastener, you know, for the bit that goes round the eye and down here, and that'll hold all my goodies in, or I don't know, maybe put a binding round it or something like that. It's not going to be a lot, it's just going to be possibly my phone and some money, and that'll be it. Okay, so that's where we're at. Oh, there's my stuff sticking to it. It's going to stick to my hands now because my hands are all glue. Right. The other thing I was doing was, I've got to make the fingers and the snakes. So I thought I would give you a wee tip on that. Sorry, I'm just rubbing the glue off. Right, this is what I was using. I bought this quite a few years ago now. Crate and Craft, when it was Crate and Craft, were selling this, oh, I don't know, I would think maybe 5 years ago. And I bought about 6 packets. I have used some for seashells and stuff, but I've got a brown, a black, a white, as you can see, but I also had 3/4 of a white one that was already open. So I'm just going to use that, but you don't need to keep it white, okay? You can colour it. Now, I don't remember how they told you to do it on the TV, but this is how I do it, and it always works. And it is going to stick to my fingers, and it's not because it's damp, it's because I've got glue residue on them. So, I was trying to get it off. Right, as you can see there, that's one that I've already coloured, and that's a wee white bit there that I was using to show you how I done it. Told you it's going to stick to my fingers. This stuff is sticky. See, when it's wet, it is really sticky anyway. But as you see, I was just working with glue, so it's really going to stick to my fingers. From what I remember, I'm sure they said you can use acrylic paint to colour it, okay? I found acrylic paint made it very, very wet, especially after you had been drying it out to do your thing. So what I use is Spectrum Noir, or any alcohol based pen that you have, and I've made loads of things. As I say, I've already used 3 packets. And if I have to colour it, these are what I use to colour it. Either these or Pro markers. And some of the stuff I've had for years, and I have to say, it's neither been up nor down, and it's never bothered. It's never harmed the cloud clay, and it's never harmed my pen. So I just get this and just do that. Just blob it onto it, and you're getting your ink out onto it. You're getting the colour out onto it. Get off me. Maybe I shouldn't have done the gluing first. Big mistake. And then you just pull it, squeeze it, roll it, do what you want to do with it. And it colours up fine. Now you will have to do it a couple of times. It won't colour all the way just with one application. Although that's pretty good. That's actually not bad. For that wee amount, it's almost the same as that. Okay. So that's your thing. That's what it was called, cloud clay. And this is what I'm going to use for making the fingers and going round the eye. So, making the fingers the snakes and going round the eye, I have to say. So today I'm just going to show you how I would do this. This is the eye I'm using, right? I'm using a big googly eye. And when I made a book for decoration before, that was the eye that I used. And it was quite good because, you know, as a googly eye, it moves around. Now, I would do this. I was swithing whether to do it after I put on my leather tape or before. And I'm going to do it before because I'll tell you why. I can stick it with the clay just now. You know, like put a rough eyelid round about it. But getting the workings, it's when I put the leather paper on the top, it's going to cover it. And then I'll go over it and put a wee eyelid over it. Right, so this is the way I'm going to do the eye. As I said in my last video, this is going to be quite a lengthy thing, so it'll be in several parts. Because you know YouTube doesn't like a great big video. Okay, I'm using the E6000. It sticks everything to anything and I just love it. So, and you couldn't get it in the UK at one time, but you actually can. Now, you just need to shop around a wee bit, but you will get it. Okay, give it a wee wiggle. You'll feel it starting to grab. I can feel that. That's grabbed already. And then I'll just use this wee blob. In fact, I'm maybe mixing another wee bit just because I can. And you can see there, they're almost identical colour. Just pull it and pull it. Pull it and pull it. And that's how you mix these. See, when you take it out the packet, it's really, really wet, this clay. I mean, I've had that, as I said, for about 5 years and it's still really wet. You have to take it out and let it sit, especially if you're going to be moulding things. You know, like using a mould with it. Right, so I'm going to stick some round about the eye. And as I said before, this is just to kind of get it blended into the book. Okay, just putting it on, taking it off the eye on the hole, rubbing it as thin as I can, just feathering it out into the sides. And all that will be hidden with my leather paper. When I put my leather paper on, this will all be hidden underneath it. So it's just an extra wee bib and braces for holding it on. Okay. And personally, I like it hidden more. Right. So, that's my eye going to be on. Just pull that out as far as you like. and as thin as you like. Okay, so that's looking alright there. And then once I've put my leather paper on, I can go over the top of that and put an eyelid on it and eyelashes or whatever I want to put on it. So that's going to be the eye. Take this wee extra blob off there. Next I'm going to go on and do my fingers for on the side. Remember on the side of the book it's got like 5 fingers that comes up here. Now this is quite a big spine as you can see. So I'm going to need quite big fingers. So the way I thought to do that was I've already covered this blob. So I'm going to roll it into a wee rough sausage first. Just so as I can kind of cut it into 5 pieces. Right, I'll use my ruler because that's all I've got here at hand. As I said, it's only rough at this time. So, let me see, how long is that? Right, I'm going to roll it to 15 centimetres. Okay, 15 centimetres. So that's going to be like 3 centimetres, a piece of clay each, for each finger. So that's one. Just roughly. Doesn't need to be perfect, I mean, your fingers are all the same size. 3, then 4, 5. Okay. And you can see this is ready for, once it finds the odd bit of glue of course, you can see this is ready for working with. It's quite dry. So, I'm going to roll it into a wee kind of sausage shape, as you would do for a finger. Now, do you know what I've found quite helpful, and this is quite a useful wee tip. See, you'll see my fingers, mine's are riddled with arthritis, but see your bumps in your fingers. I find, see if you're rolling like that with your 3 fingers, watch what happens. Just opening my fingers. See how it gives me the wee bumps? Right, well that's going to be this knuckle and then my fingernail at the top, right? So, and that there is as hard as it's going to get. And then I'm going to put a finger in it for an indent for a fingernail. And that's my 2 knuckles. Can you see that? That's quite easy. That's the way it's going to go. Now you could put lines in it, you can do what you want. I've got all these modelling things and I hardly ever use them. Let's stick some lines in the knuckles. Okay. And that's a wee finger. That's one of the fingers. So you would just get your book. I'm going to wait till they're dry because I'm going to put my leather paper over. But see how it just bends over? It's in the shape. It's in the middle. It's a good size for this, for the spine. And they'll glue on perfectly with the 6000. But it's got a wee bit of curve on it. And I might make them all and leave them on that, because they will come back off. But it'll get the shape of it. Right, so let's go ahead and make the other 4 while we're here. Again, just roll it into a wee sausage. Open your fingers a bit. I'm going to round that off a wee bit at the end. Open your fingers a wee bit like that. Now that's quite long, that one, I think, so I'll maybe just squeeze that down a wee bit. Right, I'm going to use this end as my knuckle. See how you can see it's a wee bit odd shaped? Well, that'll do fine. That'll do fine for a knuckle. And I don't want to spread that out too much, but I want a good indent. Now I can come back in there at a later date and put plastic on it or paint it, you know, anything like that. This is your project, you can do what you want, and I just do what I want. Another wee couple of lines here. I actually preferred that straighter tool, but laziness, I just pick up whatever's there. There's the actual chap for doing it. Okay, number 2. You can go on there like that. Do you know what? I think that one there might be a bit too long too. So actually I might nip a wee bit off it. And I'll tell you for why. Because any bits that I take off that I think they're too long, I'm going to use for my eyelid. But you will need to put it in a paper bag or something, a plastic bag or something, or some cling film, saran wrap, whatever you think. Right, okay, that's quite a good shape there. Right, and I think I'll use this side here for my nail. Right, get the tools, give it a wee line. Don't be afraid of clay. It's one of those things, it's just like the plasticine for you were a wee person. And you can scrunch it up if you're not happy with it. Okay, that's number 3. Ah, that's why I had more. Because I've only done 4. Why did you not tell me that in the first place? So we'll take a wee bit off of that one. Never measured it right. But hey ho, the joys of crafting. That's the way it goes. That'll need to be my wee pinky. Here's one of these. Roll a wee sausage. Hold my fingers a wee bit to get the bumps. There's a nice long finger. Squash it down a wee bit. Just use a finger to squeeze it down a wee bit and get the nail shape. That's all you need. Because remember, it's a spell book anyway. Things are all ugly and over the place. So that's going to be number 4 on there. And then number 5. And I've got plenty cloud tape, cloud clay left in that packet. And that'll do me for the eyelids. And possibly the snakes. If I don't have enough for the snakes, I'll just open another packet. But if you're judging how much I used, it's nowhere near a packet. I wouldn't even say it's the third of a packet that was left. Yeah. Right, so there you go. That's going to be the fingers on there. Okay, that's me at 16 minutes odd. I think I'll do that one again because I pinched a bit off the end of it. So, once we're finished here, that's going to be the end of this one for this week. For today, sorry. And then I'll make, the next time we come on, we'll do the snakes. Wee fingerprints. That's better. Yeah. Right, there we go. So that's it. All the workings are all there. Ah, look at that. There's the other bit there. I did the 5 bits. Ta-da! Unbelievable, Caroline. Anyway, that bit there will do for my eyelid. That's a wee bonus finding that. Let me get a wee bag. I thought I had cut 5. I didn't think I was that bad. There you go. Put this in this wee bag. And that'll stay good for a couple of days. so we get back out. Just need to make sure and seal it well. Because it's the air that makes it dry. So, seal it well. And that'll do us, and that's us for the next time. We'll make the snakes the next time, and we'll stick them onto the book as well, okay? Right, so that's it. If you liked that video, give me a wee like and subscribe and a thumbs up. Go and tell your friends where we are. Share the love, and I'll see you all again the next time. Bye.